Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Thank you for tuning into this video. Today I really want to talk about how I think silver is going to fit into the digital age, the technological era we're advancing into. Cashless nations are appearing, cashless societies, there's cardless ATMs, everything's digital now, the touch of a screen. And with silver, precious metals being a physical asset or a physical investment, it's going to be a very different type of market, and I think people are going to have to adjust into this market, which I'm going to be explaining in this video. Before we start, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, because I do post daily videos. So 99% of people that invest into precious metals invest into the ETF side of it, exchange traded funds. But think about this. Everything is now the swipe of a card. No one's using fiat currency anymore. There's no one is actually paying with dollar bills anymore. Everything's digital. And silver, being the most highly conductive metal for thermal conductivity and electricity, is widely used in technology, and I think this is where silver is going to really flourish. And these corporations, these companies that are using silver, are still going to have to pay the price no matter what silver's spot price is. Think about this. I mean, even if silver is $100, these big tech companies, these companies that are using silver to build the gadgets, the technology, the laptops, cell phones that we're using, are still going to have to use silver. It's not like they can say, oh, I pass. So this is going to highly affect the retail value of the consumer and for the production cost of these firms, of these companies, these industries. So if silver is relatively high, this could be extremely dangerous for the consumer because retail value would have to push higher, meaning our gadgets would be more expensive because the cost to produce or to build the laptops would go up because nothing else performs the way that silver does for as cheap as it is. Look at it compared to gold. Silver is not much more common than gold is. Actually, silver is more rare than gold right now. The top three silver producers, Mexico, Peru, and Chile, have been abandoning silver mines, and a lot of gold is recycled, reused. You know, think about this. A lot of gold is re-scrapped. Everyone returns their gold to the pawn shops or the coin shops, and it's all jewelry, necklaces, and even scrapping gold out of laptops when you tear it apart. And this is going to, allow gold to be not only the circulating supply, but the recirculating supply of it as well. But silver isn't as profitable to scrap out of a cell phone or a laptop, or even turning in a necklace. So you only get a couple dollars, where gold you can get several $100s for this. So silver is actually being lost in a lot of technology, not to be recovered at all. Gold is, though. So silver is actually less rare, or more rare than gold is, and less common. And this heading forwards is going to be a huge, I guess, worry for technology or for these companies, because they still need silver. And if the supply won't meet the rising demand, especially the rapidly rising demand, looking at all the factors, all the influences, all the news that's coming out, especially from next year, the 2020 presidential election, this is going to be a very, very dangerous and detrimental standpoint for silver compared to society. So hopefully people will catch on board and understand that these prices are will affect our daily lives. Yes, once this happens, if the demand will not be able to meet the supply, or the supply not able to meet the demand, it will boost prices and it will cause a lot of profits for us silver stackers. But as a society and as a person, for a consumer in a retail market, it's going to be extremely dangerous for us buying these gadgets anymore. And when I think about silver in a couple years, I think that it's going to fit in more in technology because there's so many uses for it, because society isn't accepting it. And once people really do start to understand what it's used for, I mean, it's used for cell phones, laptops, there's dental alloys, space equipment, solar panels, there's silver nanoparticles, there's colloidal silver in the medical world. We're even learning how to make silver 40% stronger without losing any of its electrical conductivity. Nothing else performs or even is close to performing the rate that this is. So what this means is that once we advance into this world, which we're rapidly heading in, Silver's going to be needed more than ever. It's not like we're not going to need it, but I do feel the physical side of it, the physical bullion, us silver stackers will be seen more as rebels. I mean, 99% of people that invest in a silver invest into the ETF side of it, so it is essentially the same market, but I think there is still some gap between it. And that worries me because the whole point that silver, the whole value that silver is given is from the is from the bullion, is from its intrinsic value, that how it fits in society. So I hope people are understanding this, because if you're only investing into it from a digital standpoint, you're going to have to adjust with times. Times are going to be more valid, more fluctuating, and also more volatile. And if you're not able to incorporate the prices or the change with the times, the prices are going to be much faster. There's a lot more emotional attachment occurring now, and people are going to have, a bigger margin to expand into, especially as we find out more new or more innovative things that silver's used for. And I want to go into that topic for a little bit, because when I was reading that article about that scientist that was learning how to make silver stronger, this is going to actually mean silver will replace other metals for other uses as well. So think about that. We're advancing into a world where silver is king, not even gold, but silver is king, because silver performs at ways that gold doesn't even. And look at how cheap it is. The gold to silver ratio is 85 to 1, but it comes out of the ground roughly 8 to 1. It's actually smaller than that. So when gold is used, it's actually around its natural price for a quote-unquote a technological price or standpoint. But for silver, these companies must love silver because it's extremely cheap and it's widely used for many reasons. And if people aren't in game with that or aren't in tune with that, you're going to have to adjust to those times, because you'll be missing out on the prices right now. Who knows where silver's price is going to be headed in 10 years, because all of the different innovations and all the inventions that could be happening. There's also the unknown factors that we have to incorporate as well. This is stuff that people aren't really thinking about. And as an investor into it, this is really where I'm headed. This is where I capitalize off of. This is where I'm looking at. When you're trying to invest into anything, before you invest into it, you have to say, where is it headed? What can this do? You know, just like when I was investing in the cryptocurrency, I was looking at all the altcoins, and I was like, when I was picking one out, I would say, okay, what is this coin doing? Is there a blockchain, does it have something unique out of it? What is it going to do in the future? And that should highly depend on or reflect upon where you're investing in. And silver on the forefront is used widely and will be more and more and more and more. So the potential, the opportunity for silver is at all-time highs looking forwards. Even historically, it's used less and less. So as for the prices now, I mean, silver was $50 in 2011. I think there's more potential now than ever, and this is really where I stand. So the technological era we're advancing in is going to be one of the biggest, the most, the most opportunistic standpoints from precious metals. I'm curious where you guys think about. I'm curious what you guys think about this. Where do you think these prices are headed, and do you think that the prices are going to have to overlap with the demand? I mean, I would hate for people to invest only from the ETF side of it and miss the whole purpose of precious metals, because if you can't hold it, you don't own it. And a lot of these people that are investing aren't looking at that standpoint. They're looking at it from a digit, from a number on a screen. And that's really where all of the flaws of other investments like stocks and cryptocurrency lie. So you need to be aware of the benefits and the uses that brings precious metals to the top, or why it's at the top. Not only gold, but more specifically silver itself. So I really am curious, because as new inventions are arising, there's going to be new uses, and these uses applied to technology is really where I think silver is going to flourish at. I cannot wait to see where we're headed in the future. I cannot wait to see what else silver is used for and how innovative these scientists are bringing this precious metals to the table. I really do hope that media starts covering this stuff, more articles are written, and people are talking about this as well, because the more it gets swept under the rug, the more it's hurting investors, because they're not seeing the potential and the fundamental uses that silver really can bring to the table. But anyways, I thank you guys for tuning into this video. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to smash that like button. Subscribe if you're new, because I do post daily videos. If you did find this video educational, informational, or just entertaining, make sure you please like the videos. It really does help my channel out. It supports the channels. I also posted another video earlier today talking about a silver stacking nightmare, how to avoid fake silver, and how to avoid, falling into panic selling and impulse buying. That'll be in the top left hand corner if you want to check that out. Also, if you did already see that video, make sure you check out the one in the top right, because I have been making a lot of content right now. It is coming around the holidays. A lot of people are trying to, come into the markets of silver, and I definitely want to teach everyone and give everyone the most opportunity to capitalize and find financial freedom. But anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.